Hello and welcome to my video on all the 2023 set rumours. So in this video I'll just be talking about a bunch of the rumours and what my opinion is on them and how I expect the set to turn out. If you do enjoy this video, please subscribe, it helps the channel out. So I'm going to start off with the Slave 1 Microfighter, or Lego probably call it Boba Fett ship Microfighter, for £9 or $10. Most of these prices are guesses, but like for Microfighter, it's unlikely that they have changed the price, and it has 85 pieces and will be set 75344. So it will be based off the Book of Boba Fett, which is like this previous version. Apparently it was cancelled last time whenever the Millennium Falcon Starfighter was supposed to come out. It was supposed to be like a rival for it, but then they decided they'd release it for the Book of Boba Fett, and the set probably will end up looking pretty cool. This is probably a bigger version than what it'll end up looking like, and then this is probably more accurately sized. I wonder how they'll integrate the Boba Fett, whether they'll do it like this model or this one, but still the Boba Fett will be the Mandalorian version with the mismatched helmet, and it makes sense that they've gone with Book of Boba Fett, because why would they have like gone with anything else? Then we have the 501st Battlepack. So this will be £18, $20 of 119 pieces and a set 75345. So we had the 501st Legion's Clone Trooper, commonly called the 501st Battle Pack, in like 2020. So this will be like a continuance of that. It'll come with 4 501st Troopers, but they will be based off Battlefront 2. So we'll have a heavy trooper, actually we'll have 2 heavy troopers, which will look pretty cool probably, and then they'll come with the visors for the holes in the helmet. Then we have a specialist trooper, which will be like this with the markings, the 2 gold coloured markings. Admittedly, it doesn't seem like it'll come with the visor, which kind of sucks, but the officer does come with the rangefinder, and they'll all look like this, and apparently, basically it's just more 501st troopers, but different from what we've had before, but it'll still be a really popular set, I expect, and it'll come with an AV7 cannon, which we've had in battle packs before. This is like one of the better ones. This would be red color scheme. I'm guessing they'll change it to a blue one, and it'll be something similar to this, but one that I think a lot of people will be excited for. It'll be quite expensive for a battle pack, but still, considering how popular the previous 501st set was, I wouldn't be surprised. This is another one of the best selling LEGO sets. Then we have an Imperial TIE Bomber, £60 or $65, 625 pieces, 75347, and it has been absolutely ages since LEGO did one of these. Like the last one was in the blue and black colour scheme, which it does have its own style. It just looks absolutely terrible unless you're very nostalgic towards it. But the newer version will look something more like this. It will be, quite big for like £65 compared to like the previous TIE Fighter, which is like £40. And I suppose that's because it has to fit like the 2 cockpit areas. This is a really nice model by Brick Fanatics, and it probably won't be as good looking as this, but this is probably roughly the scale would be too. And yeah, I think they will have an interesting feature. I don't know what they'll do for like the bombing mechanism, whether to go spring load shooters, stud shooters, or something different. And yeah, be interesting to see how this set turns out in the end. It will come with Darth Vader, which I don't really know. I kind of would have preferred a couple of like TIE Fighter pilots instead of just one, and losing Darth Vader and then TIE Fighter pilot. Then we have a Gonk droid, kind of random, maybe fit him in like the back because it's quite a long ship, so they might have space for a Gonk droid. And then an Imperial officer, which is rumored to be like a character from the comics, which I can't remember the name of. But then we have the Captain Rex's helmet, which is £60 or $70 and have 854 pieces, 75349. This looks like it's going to be an interesting set. This is like a really interesting model here. This is massive compared to what it will be though, but it is a really nicely detailed model. The scale will be something more like this. This is probably a fairly accurate scale. Admittedly, I do hope it looks a lot better than this, because albeit quite a nice model, I just think the front doesn't really capture the essence of Captain Rex. Will be phase 2, which is good, like you would expect it to be phase 2. And like it'll be the same size roughly as the Mandalorian one. That's the one that was at the same price. So that is kind of what you can expect for your scale. So it will not be like, pretty much it will be this size. That is a fair representation. That's pretty much the same size as Mandalorian helmet. And yeah, the Mandalorian helmet was pretty impressive. So we'll see how they do this one. Then we have the Commander Cody helmet. £60, $70, 766 pieces, 75350. This is also a really impressive render. But it seems like it's going to be a Phase 1 model, which doesn't really make any sense because all the models you find out there are Phase 2 because obviously people like the Phase 2 Commander Cody because it looks a lot cooler. Like the Lego Phase 1 one doesn't actually look that great, and he's not even that detailed though. He just has like a visor and it's Phase 1 helmet, so it doesn't make much sense unless they just want to have the variety of a Phase 2 trooper and a Phase 1 trooper. Also be the same price as the Captain Rex one, so it'll be same scale as Mandalorian one probably, but I do think it means the Captain Rex one will probably sell a lot better because most people, from what I can tell, prefer Phase 2 troopers. But still, interesting choice of Lego. Rumours could be wrong, it could end up being Phase 2. But yeah, unlikely at the moment, and is kind of confusing why they've decided to go with this. Then we have the Death Star Throne Room diorama. £90 or $100, 807 pieces, 75352. So interesting that they've kept up with the dioramas, that they are going to keep going with them like they did quite a few last year. And I do quite like these sets, albeit they are very expensive really. And this was the last Death Star final duel, and it was a pretty cool set. But it does seem like the set will just literally be a diorama of this. Probably scaled down, you won't have the two side bits, I'm guessing, no front door. It'll probably be the throne, or they could, right, so here's the thing, they could do the throne and the stairs, because it's £100, and Lego for diorama tends to not have that big a scene. They could do the throne, and like the stairs and the bit under the stairs, which would be kind of dramatic, or they could do like the bit where the Emperor Palpatines get thrown off that bridge, and I doubt they'll do the full thing, like, be really impressive if they did, but I have my doubts. So I don't know which one I'd prefer. They'd be more similar to like the Bespin duel if they did like the bridge thing, and I just, yeah, be interesting to see how this turns out considering Lego has a lot of choice, and like this one they took a lot of artistic license and did like a one of these two towers off the sides is where you throw Emperor Palpatine in, so depends on how much artistic license Lego decides to take. And then we have, so minifigures seem to be exact same as the previous one with Darth Vader, Emperor Palpatine, couple of royal guards, Luke Skywalker, so nothing really that fancy. Then we have the Ender Speeder Bike Chase diorama, £70, $80, 608 pieces, 75353. Like, the last speeder bike chase from Endor is ridiculously old, like probably 20 years old, so it'll be pretty good to have an update of it, albeit it'll be kind of interesting how they do it. So speeder bike will have 2 or 3, or actually 4, depends on how many they do. It kind of depends also on the minifigures, because right, the minifigures could be Princess Leia, Luke Skywalker, and 2 Scout Troopers, but this is unconfirmed. It could be Princess Leia, Luke Skywalker, a Scout Trooper, and an Ewok, which could be wicked, so depends on how they do this, because the chase scene you can see here has these 2 on the bikes, and then there's a couple Scout Troopers, one flies into a tree. So what they could do the tree with one like bike kind of half stuck in the tree with Scout Trooper on it, and then another one going by. I don't know how they do it. They might do just one tree, one Scout Trooper in the tree, and then skip out on the other one and have these 2 and like Wicket on the ground. Anyway, I do hope you did enjoy this video. This is probably going to be like, there'll probably be images not too far away. Now probably leaked ones before official ones though. But if you did enjoy this video, please leave a like. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.